Greetings and welcome to the energy of Aquarius. Thank you for tuning in. This is Ron from Terror of the Twin Sun. We shall continue with our fixed series and uh, envelop or develop the spread known as the Singularity reading. Singularity is essentially a Jungian way of seeing, a sense of simultaneity or congruity, yoga, if you will, that revolves around the energy of Aquarius. Okay, fixed air, the 11th house is open. Um, yeah, and the singularity is designed to understand the mode of karma that revolves on the potter's wheel from the center of focus, that is the energy of the 11th house in Aquarius. How things fall off, how things play out in terms of the actions that are centripetal in nature. Um, and from this, we may choose to take or leave any of the advices that come through the channeling mode. So please use your discernment in order to understand resonance and how certain things may be instrumental or detrimental to um, your own particular constitution when it comes to your path. Okay, so take only what you will. Thank you very much for tuning in. The 11th house is open. Yep. Okay. Okay. Seventh house is activated, the energy of Leo, at least in solar respect. Um, 7 houses away, or 7 from the ascendant. What I'm seeing here is a way of judging others that revolves around separation with them, at least intellectually or communicatively, and moving forward in terms of your own designs. Okay, these designs are uncontrolled in nature, they are impulsive. Okay, so the energy of Aquarius, what I see here is a move forward into situations that are more meaningful, um, that you may be trying to avoid. Meaning, perhaps there is more of an exploratory or a combustible nature that is more Siva-like, that is, based on destruction and creation through destruction, as opposed to something more that is tied to pervasiveness, Vishnu. What I see here is an ability to grab onto what you can hold, but letting things that are immaterial sort of make the impression and just wash over you. There's this washing over effect that reinforces the constitution of Saturn within the realm of Aquarius. Okay, so this reinforces structures by testing structures, and these structures can be social. They can also be spiritual or more based in reality. Okay, I'm seeing more reality poke through here. Having these emotional undercurrents or floods, if you will, test the stress points of the structures that have been created, either metaphorically, or through hyperbole or through parabolic ways of seeing essentially how things scale, how things are built, and holding on to that. There is a conservative undertone here that is tied to the energy of Saturn, okay, and its relation to the 10th and the 11th houses, okay, communities that are based on the external world, and seeing um, how creative either manipulation or creative undertones that are colorful in nature, that are emotional in nature, um, they have no effect on the sort of thing that you're trying to bring about. Okay, at least the thing that Aquarius is trying to bring about. Aquarius is a very special sign. They are the harbingers of essentially the next iteration of mankind ad infinitum, at least for the next millennia or two, or the next epoch. What I'm seeing here is an ability to understand your empowerment, walking the line between thought and manifestation versus something more pure, something more based on impulse, something based on the fire of knowledge as opposed to um, the fire of theory. Okay, if there is such a thing. What I'm seeing here is basically the structures of time being tested, especially. Okay, time related to social structures. Okay, I'm saying structures a lot, especially family and organizations. The feeling of home, definitely here. The difference is truly understanding how the mind is contributing to this. Okay, the mind is still a tool that can be used as an instrument, but also it can test the structures that the generation or the epoch is trying to bring about. Okay, this goes very deep. There's an ability for you to understand, especially in the realms of expectation, that has to do with others, their expectation on you, or their expectation on the energy of Aquarius, and essentially trying to find a balance between emotional despondency, being detached, and also being impatient. There's a line between attachment with others, attachment to certain ways of doing things, to karmas, versus a type of burnout and a need to do something in order to fight against the great teacher, Brihaspati or Jupiter. There is an ability to find balance between these two, okay, and to find contentment through emotional zen, or ways of not being sort of washed over by the colorful blue that may be testing, okay, most of the structures that are coming about in terms of practicalities, realities that are based on bringing harmony with, excuse me, mankind and and the various iterations or projects of mankind. Okay, I don't need to go any deeper into this, but let's do it. In terms of advice for this path of Aquarius, in terms of the singularity of the 11th house and the 10th, moving from the 10th to the 11th, there is empowerment in what? Okay, Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, there's empowerment in letting go of things that have not taken root. Okay, there's something about the roots of time, the roots of structures developed in time, being tested by erosion, water-like erosion of the creative aspects of emotional undercurrents, collective emotional undercurrents, psychoses that are um, designed in order to test the structures that are going to bring about the next sort of iteration of human evolution. Okay, and these will there's something about you that is becoming balanced. Okay, um, almost robotic, in terms of emotional content. There is none needed, yet there is a lesson to be had within that, especially when it comes to the one-on-one with others. It's more that you're trying to find balance between multiple parties in order to find, once again, peace of mind, but also the ability to be quick in bringing about this so-called change. that is what I see for the energy of Aquarius. Kind of spacious, but that is something that I feel Aquarius is good at in terms of ascension, or perhaps the ability to not be a part of this, yet sort of still be there in a way. Okay? That is what I see. Thank you very much. Bye bye.